how do the bulk of the pills get in the device? Do you fill it once a month, or how does that work?
Yeah. So it comes in, this is a 40-gram container. So you've probably seen a regular pill container. So you have a cap. Cap goes on the device like a Keurig coffee machine. You put it in the back, and then the device auto recognizes medication dosage, frequency, and pill count. So everything
Really?
is done for the patient. Yeah. So
Wow.
imagine a fully automated system. Like, you walk up to your microwave. Imagine if you put your package in there, close the door, and then the microwave knows how much time. Is it warm enough? Is it ready for you to go in there?
What?
And it has the
What?
fork ready. We do everything soup to nuts.
Yeah, but how? Okay, my 80-year-old mother, who can't even like figure out how to turn the DVD player on.
Mhm.
Believe it or not, she still has a DVD player. Because God forbid I try to show her how to use Netflix. There's no way. How does she get the original information into the device to do all that?
So that's the great thing. So remember I was telling you about patient failure. Right now, the marketplace consists of DIY devices where patients have to physically enter the information.
Right.
So let's take your grandmother, as an example. She has to physically put that in. Well, that's probably not going to happen.
No.
Now you have to do it. So what we do is we have an embedded RFID chip within each cap, and it's programmed with that information. So the same information you get on your prescribing label, we put on the cap. The device reads the cap. It's done. Grandma doesn't
What?
need to know how
Holy
to
cow.
do any of that. It's done.
Wow. Wow. Does that prescription have to come from a specific pharmacy, or you're tied into the SKU from all pharmacies?
Yeah. So right now it comes from a specific pharmacy. In the future, again, this is technology that any pharmacy or mail order pharmacy can license from our company, and then they can utilize it as such.
Okay. So you're trying to make a deal with Express Scripts right now.
There's a number of large institutions that we may be talking to.
Dude, you got so much going on. Holy shit. I don't know how you're keeping up with it. I don't know how you. Well, yeah. Okay. Cause yeah. All right. So once you sign on board with all these people dispensing medications, if there's a chip or a SKU code or whatever, and all they got to, if my mom only has to drop the thing down in there, fine, no problem. She can do that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. The more simple you can make it for an 80-year-old, the better off for everybody.
Well, just think about it like this. If 80-year-olds are able to use this, imagine people that are 40, 50, 60, 70 that have cardiovascular conditions, hypertensive diabetics. The majority of the population, we have a lot of folks that have obesity. There's other chronic care conditions, not just age-related conditions.
Yes. Like let's use bipolar, for example. Those folks never want to take their medicines. They will always stop taking the medicines. I know, because I have family members that they stop taking it as soon as they think they feel better, right?
So we had a patient that we were helping out in one of our research studies, and they didn't tell us that the individual had bipolar schizophrenia, and one of those patients that you didn't know. And then what we do is we look at the medications and we ensure that they're taking the medications correctly. But this individual was actually overdosing on their medications, but they weren't aware of it. So that was causing them to spend time on the ground.
Wow.
And overdose on medications that they shouldn't. But we were able to correct some of those things, and nobody would ever have known about what was going on without this device. And that is the power that we have.
That is a huge testimony. I'm sure you got a ton of testimonials like that. That is awesome.
You give people a bag of drugs and you give them a single page of information. You're talking about just the reality for so many Americans.
We're assuming you're taking it as instructed, but there's no way to validate that. When you come in, how you been? I'm fine. You taking your medication? Yep. Next.
I think I'm on about 10 different medications, if not more. I do not want to die over medication.
And mentally, it's exhausting. Physically, it's exhausting, but I try to go through it and I wonder to myself, how much longer can I do this?
Hospitals are dangerous places. 200,000 medical errors a year. How about if we can take care of you at home?
Because he'd rather go fire up the hot rod and, not worry about the meds he's taking. Then he pops a Snickers for lunch, and next thing you know, his eyes hurt and his feet hurt and he's swelling. He needs a HiDO device.
This is the culmination of many patients patients' feedback, patients' questionnaires.
My mind was blown that this was even an option and that we'd be able to bring it into our homes.
Trained their mother-in-law that has dementia, and she was taking her medications like pretty much 100% of the time on time.
So this has been a life-changing technology for that family.
That machine is fantastic. I wish I had it years ago.